already have to suspend my disbelief that short little Dani used to be this high fashion model. And now I got to suspend my disbelief that little Andre too is a model. I don't know about all that. What's up, everybody? Here to talk about today's Beyond the Gates episode, October 16, 2025. After a pretty solid episode and a half, today was a little bit more low-key. I've also had a busy day on YouTube, so I'm going to make today's review pretty quick. The main thing from today was Hayley trying to poison Bill on his birthday. We started the episode with her on the phone with her cuz, Randy, talking about the poison. She is having a bit of a low-key party for Bill today, wishing him a happy birthday. Hayley talked about how she and Caroline were planning a party, but she wants to have something more intimate. At one point, Hayley said, this is his only birthday as her husband, which was kind of a bad thing to say with what she's planning. He's saying, well, he's hoping there will be many more. I think Bill was taking it from a point of view that they've had some troubles in their marriage lately. Chelsea came over. She showed up to celebrate. Naomi eventually came too. But when Chelsea first got there, that's when Hayley whipped out her cupcakes. One was in a special like red or pink wrapper, and that's the one she wanted to give to Bill, saying that it was a healthier one for him to take, which I am assuming that we were supposed to take it as that was the poisoned cupcake. I find it funny that if it was, she needed a whole ass red wrapper to make sure she could tell the difference between which cupcake is poisoned and which cupcake isn't. Bill wanted nothing with it. Bill and Chelsea basically roasted her on the cupcakes. They did look pretty small and meek. Bill was talking about how it's basically punishment, the healthy cupcake, and so he didn't eat it at all. What I loved in these scenes were the faces that Chelsea kept making at Hayley. I thought they were pretty funny. When Naomi came over, she too was making faces at Hayley. We got a flashback that apparently Naomi used to really like Hayley's cupcakes, and when Hayley was first introduced to Dani and Bill back when Naomi and Hayley became friends, they were kind of introduced through her cupcakes. Apparently her homemade cupcakes were so good back then, if they were really homemade. Maybe that's what we were supposed to take away from this, is they were bought back then to get into Naomi and the family's good graces, maybe. I don't know. But apparently this cupcake sucked. At one point, Naomi started eating the cupcake with the red wrapper, and Hayley freaked out and said, she can't eat that. That one's for Bill. But Bill never ate it. So Hayley's first plot to try and poison Bill did not work out at all. Hayley made a toast to King Bill Hamilton, saying that by this time next year, she's hoping she will give him a young royal. But what Hayley's really hoping is that Bill is no longer alive this time next year. But if her poisoning goes anything like today, she's going to struggle to make that happen. Dani and Pamela were having a workout boot camp today to get Dani to rise back into modeling. But then they heard a scream. Turned out it was Chelsea, wondering if they've been robbed because a lot of Dani's good stuff is gone. She got rid of them to make room for Andre, because Andre is officially moving in. Chelsea did not like that Andre is the cause of some of the items that she loved of her mom's is gone. And then we get Pamela thinking that Andre should be a model. And look, I mean, I already have to suspend my disbelief that short little Dani used to be this high fashion model. And now I got to suspend my disbelief that little Andre too is a model. I don't know about all that. But I guess this is going to be the next part of Pamela and Dani's modeling agency. Maybe it does include Andre going from behind the camera to in front of the camera. Doesn't really interest me, especially with Pamela being on like twice a month. I don't know if this whole modeling story is ever going to move. But speaking of moving, by the end of the episode, Andre officially moved in, which I guess is a good step for them. As I've been saying, I'm not just trying, I am liking Dani and Andre more as a couple lately. Something I'm not liking is this baby drama between Naomi and Jacob. Naomi already took the home pregnancy test and thinks she's pregnant. So I've just been wondering for a week now or longer, however long the story's been going on, why she hasn't scheduled her abortion. If the whole story is that she doesn't want the baby, she's never wanted babies, and we gotta watch Jacob try and push her into it, which I don't like from Jacob. Although they painted it today that Jacob is trying to handle this better, and she's saying she's not on the fence about it. And she's resenting him trying to make her feel wrong about it. So she asked Jacob to back off. But to me, like, if she doesn't want the baby, then it's better to get an abortion sooner rather than later. By the end of this episode, she talks to Ashley about it. She's going to get a blood test to see if she really is pregnant. Kind of hoping she isn't. I also wonder if her eating the cupcake will have anything to do with anything. I mean, she seemed to spit it out, so it didn't really... I don't know if she ate much of it. So I'm wondering if the blood test will find something interesting in her blood, or if it will cause her to no longer have the baby. I don't know. Just speculating there. As I said, I don't really love this Naomi pregnant storyline, nor do I know where they're going with it. Today's episode with Smitty and Martin. They've been having some cute moments lately. I'm glad that the show is giving Smitty and Martin some real moments as a gay couple on the show, some intimate moments. And Smitty's surprise for Martin today is him all dressed up by the end of the episode and proposing to Martin, asking Martin to marry him again. So it looks like on the horizon for these two is some sort of them doing their wedding vows all over again, which will be nice for them. I'm still hoping they can move on into a more dramatic direction, though. We had a little bit of June and Samantha today, too. The boy that Samantha was into seems to have ghosted her. She told June that she's not the guy's type, which is the down to smash type. So June was trying to get her to see that if the guy or the boy just wants sex, then he's not the boy for her. And then June and Jacob had a conversation where it turned to June saying that Jacob would be a good dad, just further pushing the Jacob and Naomi issues. Jacob also asked June about Samantha and Tyrell's father, and she said that he's gone, which I took as deceased, but they didn't really make that totally clear from what I remember, if he was just gone away somewhere or actually no longer alive. So that was today's pretty low-key episode. The main stuff remains Hayley. We're coming off that episode and a half where Hayley finally got some good character development, which I did enjoy yesterday's episode a lot. Today was a bit of a letdown coming off of yesterday's high, especially if Hayley is going to just be really, I don't want to say dumb necessarily, but like kind of a mess when it comes to this plot to kill Bill. It seemed as though she did not do a good job today, but if we are to believe that in the past with Hayley and Randy's scams, they used to just scam people out of money and just leave town with the money. Never really dealt with this killing business before that we know of, especially with Randy's gun getting jammed when he tried to kill Kenny. So I guess we should expect Hayley to have some failing attempts when it first comes to poisoning Bill. Plus, like I said yesterday, I don't see Bill being killed off, so I don't know what direction this storyline will go. But that's why I like it. I I like the twist and I like the direction it's going, even though we're pretty certain Bill's not going to die. But since Bill's not going to die, how does the show get out of this? These are the kind of type of stories I like, where the show has a storyline direction and they have to try and work their way out of it. Now, with the writing on the show lately, it might not work its way out very well, but I'm going to give them a chance and be excited that the story does take some more interesting twists and turns like yesterday's episode.